So I'm working on the surgical leg, just pressing down into full extension to get more of a better lockout. That's how we do it. Hold, go up, down, press, hold. Five. So these are just lying on your flat back leg extensions. I'm gonna do a few of them. I'm already done doing all I need to do today, but I'm gonna do a few of them right here. So I'll lay flat on my back, this cushion sort of underneath it here. Just raise up. 1, 2, 3. So I would say the most pain out of all the PT is a leg extension and a heel slide. The leg extension, because they cut everything into the quad from the tibialis to the quad. That connective tissue just takes a lot of time to heal. And so when you engage the quad, it just pulls everything from here and just feels like it's just ripping it right apart. So this is going to take some time, but this is probably the most difficult. Now, you have seen I've had the stim machine on here. That just keeps stimulating those muscle fibers to keep them active. And I feel that that has helped significantly in how my quad engages with any activity I'm doing. So that is a leg raise. We'll go to something else. So after I do a couple strenuous type strength exercises, even though it doesn't seem very strenuous, but it really is, I like to get my leg up, elevate it a little bit, and just let it naturally hang to get a little range of motion naturally without pulling. So I'll show you how that works. I go up to this box right here. It's about perfect height right here. So I'm just going to let my legs naturally fall where they need to. And then that will help the range of motion without yanking and pulling on it. Because today I'm not really going to be trying to get 100 degrees or anything. I'm just going to try to get about 80 degrees. And this will get me there just nice and slow with just the natural movement without anything abnormal. So this has been a really big struggle, I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of pain. This is not easy therapy at all. I would say my other ACL surgeries and stuff, I would say for some reason this one feels a little harder. I don't know why, but it just does. But chip away every single day. One of the days it's just gonna get that much better. So on to the next. So since I'm in this position, so see guys, I got this. See how much better? You can see my right leg, surgical leg. Look how much better of an angle I got now. That's a good 80 degrees right there because I just let it hang. So you don't have to force anything. The only time you have to honestly start reefing on things is when you fall way behind. But you have to still be careful. But you cannot allow the extension and range of motion get behind you. Like if you do on a knee surgery, I mean, many times you got to go under anesthesia and they have to break it apart. So they have to move you, and it is not, I'm sure it's not very fun. I've had to do similar exercises like this, honestly, for 20 years. Like sometimes daily for years at a time because of how bad my arthritis was. So, yeah, so check this out. Now look how much better that is. Now what I'm gonna do, since I'm in this position though, I'm just gonna go right into some hip thrusts, and my hamstrings are so engaged right here with no weight, and my glutes. And that is so much part of how to engage your quad, because your antagonist and agonist have to be firing, both have to be firing, and it has to know which one to switch over to. So don't just think because because they cut your quad, that's the only thing you have to work. No, you have to work the antagonist there. So these little mini hip thrusts are so good because your leg is straight. It's practicing extension. So your leg is getting full extension on this surgical leg, which is it's so important. And this is simple, and honestly, your PT, I can almost promise you, will not show you this exercise. They just won't. Even the one where you get on the box and you just let your leg hang. There's things that they just don't show you. Now, I have a coach, she's from South Carolina, and she's amazing. So she's a PhD, she has a PhD in physical therapy and in strength training. So that's why I had her. Because strength overall trumps everything. You cannot do anything without strength. That includes living your life as a senior citizen. You have to have strength. I don't have the study in front of me, and I don't have the numbers, but the new study of 2024, over the last, I believe, 15 years of studying seniors, were so crazy on strength and strength training, and how that is the #1 longevity tool that we have for the human body. Are they gonna tell you that? No, because it takes work. There's not a pill that does it. It takes you to decide every single day that you're gonna go do something to do resistance training. You're gonna strengthen something in your body every single day. It's not whether you're going to do it, it's just when you're gonna do it. So you wake up, you already know you're going to do it that day. It's just, when are you gonna do it that day? It's not if, it's when. So you have to do it. If you don't, then you're gonna be a statistic that, longer and older in life, you're gonna fall and you're gonna get injured and you're gonna die because you can't recover from it. That's for another talk sometime, but this exercise is so great. And honestly, when you do heel pumps, flexion, and you do these heel pumps right here, this is so good for your knee as well, for rehab. It just gets all the connective tissue to move back and forth. And we'll do something else with this in a minute here too. But this is so important. You just have to do all the things. You have to do the little things. Now, if you're in too much pain, then you might want to just rest and get up off the, get on some ice and get up, elevate, and take a break. But you do still continue to have to walk and do some things. But I take an aggressive approach to things, but I have a coach guiding me, and my philosophy, it's not a theory, it's a philosophy. She's along with it 100%, so that's why the two of us work together. And along with my other coach, my strength coach. So we'll go to the next one. So today I was just gonna do a little bit of shoulders. And just focusing on just getting some reps in. I'm not like pushing too hard. I'm not trying to break any records. I'm just lifting 10, 12 reps, 8, 10, 12 reps. Might have 3 to 5 left in the tank, RIRs. But I'm not trying to like do too much. I'm just trying to work out, train, maintain what I've got, and just work on getting blood circulation, because that right there has helped the pain significantly already. So I've done some Smith presses. Now I'm gonna do some reverse cable flies, upper cable flies for my adults. And I'll do a couple more things. I was probably gonna do like 10, 12 sets of shoulders, and that's it today. Tomorrow or the next day, I'll probably do a lot more. But it's just pretty much just getting some blood flow and just maintaining some strength. And I'm feeling pretty strong, believe it or not, but because I've had a lot of rest, but just trying to get this pain management under control. And this has definitely helped.